Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got in another fixed blade knife to take a look at. This one's coming from Eafengrow and the model is the EF148. This looks to be a monster of a knife that's probably going to be good for camping, maybe hunting, bushcraft, maybe survival situations. So stick around if you want to learn about it. We'll do a quick unboxing. We'll go over all the features and specifications of it. We'll put it to use and then give some thoughts on it. Box clearly has their name on it, but really no other information. That's like the Amazon sticker there. But let's get cut into it and see what this EF148 is all about. So, looks like we have the knife and then a plastic or Kydex sheath. Looks like there is some, like maybe some oil stains or something on that right there. We'll get the knife out and then quickly look at the sheath first. I will say I probably have like maybe 8 or 9 Eafengrow knives, and every single one that I have has always come like with a plastic wrap over top the knife, and I don't see one on this one. So nothing like too special on this sheath. It does have like a tech lock type system here. It looks like you can move it maybe one spot down if you'd want to. And then this is the type that you just push in this button. You can change, if you have a wider, narrower belt, you can change those. And then if you want to lock this, you just slide this over. And then when you push it, you can't open it, so you have to slide it back. Pretty simple though on it. And with the knife in it, zero rattle, no play whatsoever. Does have like a thumb ramp or thumb brake right there, so you can push that to pull that out. Real nice click retention in there. Again, it'll do the job. So here is the EF148. As you can tell, it is a beast of a knife. They are using AUS 10 steel, micarta handles, two-tone. It's got a G10 inserts there. Again, like I said, full Tang, fixed blade. We're looking at a blade length of 7.5 inches, a handle length of 5.4 for a total length of 12.9 inches. The blade width is 1.9 inches. Blade thickness is 0.22 inches or so, which is right about 6 millimeters. Handle thickness, we're looking at 22 millimeters, which is 0.88 inches. Total weight on the guy, 16.8 ounces. Let's add that sheath on top of it. 21 ounces. So this blade has like a black stone wash finish on it. Looks really good. Like I said, there's like these G10 spacers and then this micarta handle here. Micarta is not as grippy as some others that I've felt. It's a little bit smooth. We'll have to see what that's like when we're actually using it and chopping and stuff. Almost no choil at all there. A little bit of jimping back here, but nothing out on the blade itself. Kind of have like a skull crusher right there and a lanyard loop, and that is on a fairly sharp point. Very aggressive on that. I don't know how well this will come up on camera, but where the tang and the handles come together, it is completely smooth. There's no raised edges anywhere. So when that's in your hand, there aren't any hot spots at all. I wear an extra large glove, and just so you can see, that fits in my hand pretty well. All right, let's just get to using this EF148 and kind of see how sharp it is right out of the box. Again, it's a large blade, so see what I can do here. That was not a very good one. That's much cleaner. And that first one was just me and the angle that I had. So yeah, it's pretty sharp right out of the box here. There might be a little burr or something there. I'll have to look into that, because it was going real smooth, and once it hit a certain spot of the blade, it seemed like it kind of got hung up just a little bit. Yeah, right there too. Try something else here. It's not the cleanest cut. It's a little bit jagged. I've had a lot of other stuff from Eafengrow that does seem to cut a whole lot cleaner than this. You can see how there's a little bit of jaggedness there. All right, let's go with some rope here next. Shouldn't be any troubles at all. What I always like to see is how hard I have to push on something. Yeah, that went right through it. No problems. This stuff here is like that really like hard plastic type rope. The stuff that you almost can't even like tie into knots. Let's see what it does on this. Yep, again, no problem. So it's definitely sharp enough for a lot of this stuff right out of the box. Try a zip tie here. Yep, right through that. Try some corrugated cardboard. Yeah, it seems like it does better the more resistance it has on it. Yeah, like this here, that's slicing it clean. Go through some wires here. Got 2 of the 3. There we go. So pretty easy on it. Do some really thick rubber tubing. Yeah, it went right through it. All right, let's see how it is if we need to make some tent stakes. See if we just need to do like just some shavings. And let's look at some chopping next. And now some splitting. All right, let's see if we can get this to throw any sparks. Sometimes when there's like a coating on a blade, it's not like direct metal on metal, so we'll see what we can get here. Yeah, there's some coming off, but it's not like... Basically what I'd have to do is wear a spot into this first. The other thing, I don't know how well this will come on camera out here, but this is actually rounded on the top up here, and you need to have a really sharp, like 90-degree edge on the spine of your blade to throw good sparks. Down here toward this end, it does kind of flatten out, and there's a pretty decent edge right here. The only thing with that is that you definitely have to be careful with that blade. But if you were down here, yeah, you see how much better the sparks are? But said you definitely have to be careful because you got the blade right up in your hand here. So off camera, I probably split another 30 chunks of that wood, and then threw it down in that stump another probably 20 or 25 times. And overall, the blade, the tip, everything is held up really, really well. Even where I was trying to strike it with that ferro rod, it basically cleaned up and it looks brand new still. So after having the EF148 for a few weeks, I would recommend it. I think that it has excellent build quality. I think they're using really good materials, you know, with the AUS-10 steel, the micarta handles, the G10 inserts there. Just overall, it's a really high quality knife. I have a few other knives that have the AUS-10, and overall, it usually is pretty easy to sharpen, and it does seem to hold an edge pretty well. The micarta, I've got a few other knives with it as well, and it just feels a little more comfortable than what like G10 does. It's a very secure grip once you have it, you know, in your hand. The days that I was out doing this chopping and stuff like that, it was like 95 plus degrees, and my hands were definitely sweating, and I did not feel this thing slipping at all. Because this blade has that full flat grind, it makes this a really good slicer, whether it be for food prep, or if you're trying to do like feather sticks or batoning or whatever. And it being the full Tang knife, you can really, really abuse it and not really have to worry too much about damaging anything. A couple things I didn't like. The first is that the spine is rounded, and I really could not use that ferro rod at all. It's kind of hard to see here on the camera, but this is not like a 90-degree or squared off right here. It's rounded on both sides, and basically makes it impossible no matter what angle you try doing a ferro rod. So I had to come down here to this part where it's not rounded, and then I could strike it, but a little bit dangerous the way I was doing that. And the second thing is that mine came with just like with some type of maybe little nick or something in the blade. I still, again, have not sharpened it or anything, and I was kind of hoping that after chopping and using it, stuff like that, that it would maybe like kind of sharpen itself. But it still seems like I get so far, and then it, like as I slide down the blade, there's something that's catching there somewhere. See, it's right in that area, right in there. Because it starts off and it seems like it's slicing pretty well, and it gets to a certain spot every time right in through here. So I'm sure that I could, you know, I can sharpen it, but don't really like having to do that to a brand new knife. So at the time of me making this video, these knives are available on Amazon, and they're coming in around $70. There is a 10% off code that you can put in, so they're going to be what, $63 or so. And I'll leave that link down in the video description in case you guys want to find out more information about the knife or pick one up. But alright, if you guys found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.